Morning, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. I thought I'd do a full and final part on the little Mini Cooper diesel. I've been running around in the car. I don't know exactly how many miles I've done, but I am going to look in a minute and let you know. But I have been using this car every day. I've even done a couple of runs up to the airport to pick my girlfriend up. She went away to see her sister in Scotland for a couple of days, so I actually used this car to go and collect her and drop her off. So I've had a real good run in it. Obviously we have been waiting for a couple of parts for it as well. You probably remember that LA Mini supplied me with the fan, which was really nice. They'd done it dirt cheap for me. I only needed the actual outside part of the fan, so I used my original motor. But unbeknown to me, with that fan, there was something wrong with it. The second speed wasn't working, so I got straight on the phone to them and they've shipped me another one. It's in the box, and as you can see down here on the floor, we have a grill as well. It just turned out to be, I just quickly went through eBay and it was £12, and that come from LA Mini as well. I mean, I didn't choose them in particular, it was just the cheapest one on there. And then the number plates I got from the local eBay one that I normally do. I have put the link in previous videos for these number plates. They're $13.99 delivered to your door, and they're genuine road legal show plates, so they was really cheap. And then we've got the rear boot button that doesn't work on this car. It will only undo on the key. I'm going to show you what I mean about the fan now, why it's not working. If you remember, I took the car over to a specialist called H&C over at Maidstone in Kent, and there was actually a steering light on, and I had to plug this in and do a full reset on it. And I'm not really sure how true it is, but I mean, there must be some element of truth to it. The guy said to me that the reason that light was on is because people park their cars like that and then take the keys out, and the steering lock, it struggles to come off when they put the key back in. So he said, when you park up, always try and keep your steering wheel straight. So the reason why I wanted to come in the car and show you, the ignition is now off. I'm going to turn the ignition on, and there's your, sorry, I'm going to turn it on without starting the engine. Airbag, it's not going to work without me starting the engine, but basically there it is. The engine management light is there. That is the engine management light for this car. As soon as you start the engine management light goes out exactly how it should, and that's the same on every car. But if you look at this one here, it's still got a light on. Now, I actually went round to the auto electricians, Dave Patrick's, and asked him about this, and it was really weird. He actually told me this is called a half engine management light, and it does kind of make sense. It's only half full, and what this tells you is you've got a fault, but it's not a dangerous fault. You can continue driving the car. And what this is, I have had it plugged in, and it is the fan speed sensor on the side of the fan. So I'm going to have to change out. Obviously I need this light out, so I'm not going to waffle on about all of that anymore. I am going to be doing a little bit of time lapse today, just me whipping off the front bumper again, changing the grille, and then we'll go around, we'll change the boot button, and then we'll fit the number plates and fit the fan and so on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get on with it. So as you can see, there's 4 Torx bits holding this on. One there, there, and then obviously these 2 I have already taken out. So I'm going to whip that off, and that is literally it. Those 4, and there's 1 plug. I'm going to whip that off and then come straight back. As you can see, that was really easy to get off. It was literally just those 4 bolts in there, and there's 1 electrical plug. So this is the new one. We'll go ahead, connect that up, and we'll push the button, and there we go. That's all working perfect now. So I'll pop that back in there. I'm going to pause, put the 4 screws back in it, get that all completely screwed back on there, and we'll move on to the next job. Sorry, I didn't actually capture that bit, but I've just stuck the back number plate on. I thought I might as well get the back of it completely finished before I move around the front. But what a difference a new set of plates does make. Just looks so much better, so much more nicer, and obviously it's a GB plate, so it's going to match the new front one really well. I'm going to move around to the front now and start getting on with those jobs. So this is actually 4 days later. I was doing that video and I planned on getting this car completely nipped in the bud. But guys, I actually made a really silly schoolboy error. I actually filmed and started completely stripping the front bumper off again to change the lower grille. And earlier on in the video, I actually said that I'd ordered the grille. At Charing, he didn't have that exact style. So I wanted to make it completely original. So I ordered a grille and it come, and I stripped the front bumper off without checking that grille. I didn't even unwrap it. And once I'd got the bumper off, I unwrapped the grille and it was completely the wrong one. So I've been waiting a couple of days. It's now arrived. I'm gonna open it up, make sure this is the correct grille for the car, and then we're gonna carry on, strip the front off and try and get this nipped in the bud today. So as you can see, it is quite an easy mistake to make. If you look at that grille, when it was on eBay, it actually looked like the correct grille for the car. But when you actually put it on there, it's miles too small. So I won't even bother sending that back. It's not their fault, it's my fault. I ordered the wrong grille. But I've just unwrapped this one just to make sure that we've definitely got the right one this time, and that is the correct one for the car. So I've already done a video of me taking this front bumper off last time, so I probably won't video me stripping all this out again. No, I will. I'll chuck it on time lapse. I'm going to strip it out again, get it off, get this grille fitted, and then we're going to have to strip quite a bit out to get to that cooling fan that I fitted, because there is an issue with the resistor on it and the second speed. I've already undone quite a lot of stuff off camera, so I'll chuck you on time lapse and I'll get on and get this all stripped out. That was literally one of the hardest jobs I've had to do on a little car like this. That was absolutely unbelievable. Just to get that fan out. Obviously I've had the radiators put in now and I've had the air conditioning regassed. So I don't want to go down that road of taking it all out, claiming the gas and then having it all recharged. It's just more and more expense. But as you can see, I've had to literally unbolt the whole front panel, unbolt the headlights, just this top panel to be fair, but I've had to literally take every bolt out. I've had to take all the pipes off and then had to squeeze it up through this little gap, and now I've got to go through the process of literally fitting this fan back in there. I mean, I've got my fingers crossed that this does resolve it, but this was the error that was coming up, this resistor here, and that the second speed wasn't working. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that fan, so yeah, hopefully that does solve the issue. I'm not going to bother time-lapsing it, guys, because I would literally you'd be there for quite a long time, and I don't put music on the time-lapse, so it'll be quite boring. But I am going to get in there, squeeze this back in and try and get it back together. Otherwise, I'll have to go home in my truck and finish it off tonight. Sorry, finish it off tomorrow, not tonight. I said that was a hell of a job, but I managed to get it back in there. It's all bolted back up. I'm going to chuck it on time lapse and put the front bumper back on. So that is it, guys. Finally finished, and hopefully well, not hopefully, it is now ready to go. I'm going to stick it up for sale. I should be chucking it on probably Instagram tonight. If anybody's interested, they can contact me there and let me know. I'm going to work out what I'm going to put it up for shortly, but I do have a figure in mind. But the car is now complete. It's all back 100% how it should be. The second speed fan, I've just clicked the aircon on. That is all working. I have looked into when I purchased this car, and it had done 60,500 miles. The car has now done well over 61,000. So I've definitely given the car a good run, and there's absolutely no faults with it whatsoever. That is going to be the end of today's video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload random videos like this all the time with different vehicles, different projects. If you haven't already, like I said earlier, you can follow me on Instagram now. It's Salvage Rebuilds. Don't forget, please like, share, subscribe. Check out the merchandise in the item description, and I'll see you in the next one.